Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, do you have any doubt from last class to any one of you? I think last topic was how to calculate angle between two vectors. Okay. Next is to define operation on vector. First is addition. We may add any two vector according to its representation. First is Cartesian form or algebraic form. Suppose A, which is given in the form of Cartesian form as AXI cap, AYJ cap, and AZK cap. B is BXI cap, BYJ cap, and BZK cap. According to principle of homogeneity, two terms can be added or subtracted only if unit and term of each term is same. So in this vector, only I cap or X component will be added or subtracted with X component. So it will be AX plus BX together times I cap. Similarly, AY BY times J cap and AZ plus BZ times K cap. I'm giving you one example related to this. Suppose if A is at 1, -1, and 2, B is 3, 2, and 1, then find first vector A, second vector B, third vector A minus B, and fourth A minus B mod. Is it clear till this part to all of you? Okay, try to simplify it. In last class, I defined you how to convert any coordinate system in vector form. Use that concept and try to find vector A, vector B. Suppose if you want to write vector A, which having component 1, -1, and 2. So 1 is along x-axis, so it will be 1 times I cap. -1 is along y-axis, so it will be -1 times j cap. And 2 is along z-axis, so it will be 2 times of k cap. Similarly, you may write vector B, then put the value in this part to get thirds, and so on. Good, Atisha. Good, Nabila.
So for the third one, we have to use the formula, right? Vector A plus vector B equals
No.
minus.
Just put the value as it is. Vector A,
Yeah.
there's minus in between, then vector B, and then simplify it.
So no need to use the formula above formula what you have stated there. Vector A plus vector B.
No, you
Because
don't have to use that.
okay.
For B, you may write it as 3 times I cap, 2 times j cap, and 1 times k cap, so it will be just k. Now put A and B in this third part to get A minus B. So put the value of A in this bracket minus, put the value of B in this bracket and simplify it. Good, Hisham. Try to calculate the fourth part.
Yes, sir.
Raza, any doubt?
No, sir.
Put the value of A in this first bracket. So it will be I or 1I minus J plus 2K. B in the second bracket. So it will be 3I plus 2J and plus K. Now expand it and simplify it. Good, Nabila. If you expand this, you will get I cap minus J cap plus 2K cap minus on multiplying with this will be minus 3I minus into plus, it will be minus 2J and minus and plus, it will be minus of K cap. Now rearrange them, plus I cap and minus 3I cap. So it will be minus of 2I cap minus J cap and minus 2J cap. So it will be minus of 3J cap plus 2K cap and minus K cap. So it will be 1K cap. So this will be your final expression of A minus B. Now try to find magnitude of this vector. To get magnitude, just take root over x component square, y component square, and z component square. At Sham, just check your calculation. A minus B mod or magnitude of any vector is nothing but root under x component, that is minus 2 square, y component, that is minus 3 square, and z component plus 1 square. So it will be 4 plus 9 plus 1 root under or root under 14.
Sir, okay, we have to take A minus B vector, A vector minus B vector, then we have to root it. Okay, I thought we have to take the above thing. So I took A
No,
value of A and B.
I have just written mod of A minus B.
Okay, sir.
Mazia, is it clear till this?
It's clear.
Have you all done?
Yes, sir, done.
Khalid?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is analytical method of adding any two vector, for which there are three different laws. One is called triangle law. Suppose you have a vector along this direction, let's say A, another vector along this direction, vector B. Now try to rearrange these two vectors to form consecutive vector. Suppose this is your first vector A. Try to put the second vector or tail of second vector to the head of first vector by sliding it like this. Now these two vectors will be termed as consecutive vector since they are arranged in consecutive manner. Then resultant of these two vectors will join from tail of first vector to the head of second vector along this direction. So this will be resultant. Now, if you reverse the direction of B towards this direction, keeping its length to be fixed. So B along upward direction is in positive, so it will be negative and opposite to it. So it will be minus of B. Now, if you join tail of first to the head of final, that is from this point to this point, you will get another resultant, that is R2. So let's say this will be R1. So it will be A plus B, and this R2 will be plus of A and minus of B. So it will be A minus B. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in triangle law, put the tail of second vector to the head of first, then the resultant will join from tail of first to the head of second vector. So R1 will be A plus B and R2 will be A minus B. Just write it down.
Sir, for R2, we won't put the symbol for A, the vector sign, the vector symbol, A vector minus B vector.
I have written here.
Okay.
Second is parallelogram law. For this, try to arrange two vectors to form co-initial or co-terminal. Suppose A is along this direction. Shift B to reach at this point so that A and B having same initial point, so it will be termed as co-initial vector. Or you may shift A along this side, B along this side, then both head of two vector will coincide at this point. So this will be termed as co-terminal vector. Now this whole term is defining you nothing but a parallelogram. So the diagonal in between them, that is joining from this point to this point, will be a resultant of these two vectors. So you will say arrange two vector as co-initial or co-terminal so that they will form parallelogram. Then diagonal in between them will be resultant. So R will be equals to A plus B. Is it clear?
Yes.
Are we all done till this part?
Sir, just a second.
Yes.
Done, sir.
Similarly, to get sum of more than two vector, we use Polygon law, which is nothing but extended form of triangle law. Suppose this is first vector A, arrange second vector to form consecutive vectors, so it will be along this side. Similarly, third vector along this side, fourth vector along this side, and so on. Then, if you arrange first two vector let's say this will be R1. So according to triangle law, R1 will be A plus B. Similarly, if you arrange these two terms, so this will be R2. So R2 is equals to R1 plus C. R1 is A plus B. So it will be A plus B plus C. Similarly, if you arrange these two terms, it will be R3. So it will be resultant of R2 and D. R2 is A plus B plus C. So it will be A plus B plus C and D. So this is how we add so many vector. First, try to arrange all vector to form consecutive vector. Then use triangle law for two at a time, as addition is a binary operation which will be operated for two at a time. Okay. Now, next condition is how to check the resultant for any combination or any closed loop. I'm defining you. Suppose vector along this direction and another along this direction. A, B, and C. So if I ask you to define resultant in the second part, what will be your answer? In second question,
B vector, sir.
okay, of sum, which one will be resultant in the second part? A, B, or C? Kia,
Sir, or the median altitude.
Yes, sir.
which one will be resultant in the second example?
Sir, in the second one, A will be the resultant. And in
Okay,
the first one, B will be the resultant.
Okay. Nabila, would you like to answer? Just tell me which one will be resultant in first and second. Okay.
So in first one, B will be the resultant, and in the second one, A will be the resultant.
Okay. First, try to check whether all vectors are arranged in same manner or there is some different arrangement. So in this first example, all vectors are arranged in same manner. So we can say it is consecutive vector. So if all vectors are arranged in same manner or consecutive vector to form closed loop, sum of all term must be 0. Okay. So just remember, if all vectors are arranged in same manner, just say in this part, all are arranged in anti-clockwise direction. So they will be termed as consecutive vector. To form closed loop, then their sum will be 0. So it will be A plus B plus C is equals to 0. But if there is some differences, let's say in example 2, all vectors are not arranged in same manner. So try to point a term or a junction which having one head or one tail. First, at this point, which having two tail only, this point which having two head only, and at this point having one head and one tail. So opposite to this point will be termed as resultant. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So choose a point having one head and one tail. Then vector opposite to it will be resultant. So in this part, A will be resultant of B and C. Now I'm proving. Okay, Mazia. In first example, if we reverse the value of A, so A along right hand side is positive. So if you reverse it along this direction, so it will be negative. Now for this arrangement, if we choose a point having head and tail, so it will be this term. So opposite to this will be minus A. Then minus A will behave as resultant of B and C. So it will be B plus C. Now, if you move minus A to other side, you will left with 0 is equals to A plus B plus C. Is it clear?
So can you repeat?
Since A towards right hand side is positive, so if a vector having same length is reversed, so it will be negative. So I have just reversed this particular A along this direction, so it will become minus A. Now, if you choose in minus A, B, and C, a point having head and tail combination, so it will be at this tip. So according to this second rule, opposite to this particular point is minus A. So it will behave as a resultant of B and C. So it will be minus vector A is equals to B plus C. So if you move minus A to right hand side, you will get 0 on left hand side, or you will left with 0 on left hand side is equals to A plus B plus C. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just write it down. Have you all done till this part?
Yes, sir, done.
Raza? Okay. Next is we have to calculate magnitude of resultant. Let's say A, B, and resultant is arranged like this. So inclination between A and B is theta. So we have to calculate magnitude. So if you calculate its magnitude, let's say it will be from this point to this point. So this will be length A or magnitude of vector A. This will be magnitude of resultant R. This will be magnitude of vector B. And inclination between A and B is, let's say, theta. So in this triangle, A, B, C, and D, we have to calculate resultant R, which is hypotenuse of triangle A, B, and D. So to get resultant R, we must have to calculate AB and BC first. So how to define it? Let's say in triangle ABC, cos theta is equals to base over hypotenuse. So it will be BC divided by AC. AC having magnitude B, so it will be B times cos theta. Similarly, sine theta is equals to perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. So AB equals to B times sine theta. Now put these two terms in this triangle. So it will be B times sine theta from this point to this point, and this will be B times cos theta from this point to this point. Now we have to apply Pythagoras theorem in whole complete triangle, then to define resultant R or magnitude of R. So in triangle ABD, using Pythagoras theorem, AD square is equals to AB square plus BD square. AD is R, AB is B times sine theta whole square. BD is BC plus CD whole square. Or if you expand this, you will get B square sine square theta. BC is B times cos theta plus CD is A whole square. So it will be B square sine square theta. Using identity, if you expand, you will get A square plus B square plus 2AB. Now, if you take common in this first two term as B square, so you're left with sine square theta plus cos square theta plus A square and plus of 2AB cos theta. Sine square theta plus cos square theta will be 1. So it will be B square only, A square plus 2 times AB cos theta is equals to R square. Now, if you move square of R to right hand side, it will become square root. So you will get A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta as resultant of any two vector. Kia, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you have to define direction of resultant, which is defined by any angle. So suppose R is inclined at some inclination beta with A. So to get direction of resultant, tan beta is equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse. So in triangle ABD, tan beta is equals to perpendicular divided by base. AB is B times sine theta and BD is BC plus CD. So it will be A plus B cos theta. So from this, you will be able to calculate direction or inclination of resultant with first vector. Now there is one more relation related to this. Suppose this is inclination alpha, which is opposite to vector A. Similarly, opposite to this vector B is beta. And opposite to this resultant R is theta. So we can relate these three vectors other than resultant, and which is also called as Lemie's theorem. which says ratio of magnitude of a vector and sine of opposite angle. The ratio of magnitude of a vector, sine of opposite angle, r sine of opposite angle, these all three should be equal. So you may use this resultant formula, or you may use this direct formula to find A, B, or theta, or resultant. Okay, just write it down first. Have you all done till this part? Khalid, done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the basis of this formula, I'm giving you some problem related to this. If magnitude of two vector is 3 unit and 5 unit, inclined at 60 degree, find magnitude of resultant. Just use the above formula of resultant, put all the values and try to find. Let's say A is 3, B is 5, theta is 60 degree. Put all the values in resultant. R is equals to root under A square B square 2AB cos theta and simplify it. Just put the value of each term in this expression. A is 3, so it will be 3 square. B is 5, 5 square. 2 times A, 3, B, 5, and cos of 60 degree is 1 by 2. And then simplify it. Good, Raza. Good, Mazia. Just see this 2 and this 2 will cancel out. So you will get 3 squared 9, 5 squared 25, and 3 into 5 15. Root under. So it will be 15 plus 25 40 plus 9 49 root under. So it will be just 7. Is it clear? I'm giving you one more problem related to this. If A equals to B equals to R, then find theta and beta. For resultant, R is equals to A square B square 2AB cos theta root under. Since A, B, and R, all three are equal, just put the value of each term to be x and simplify it for theta. Similarly, tan beta is equals to B times sine theta divided by A plus B times cos theta. On getting theta, put this value in this second part, you will get beta. Try to solve. Should I solve? Just see how to simplify it. Put all the term to be x. So it will be x is equals to x squared 2 times ab. So it will be x squared cos theta root under. Now squaring both sides. It will become x squared is equals to x squared plus x squared. So it will be 2 times of x squared. 2 times x squared times cos theta. Move this term to left hand side. You will get x squared minus 2x squared is equals to 2x squared cos theta. 1 minus 2, so it will be minus of x squared is equals to 2 times x squared cos theta. Move this 2x squared to left hand side. You will get minus of x squared divided by 2x squared is equals to cos theta. X squared and x squared will cancel out. So you're left with cos theta is equals to minus 1 by 2. Now, Bela, just tell me the value of theta for which cos theta is minus 1 by 2.
Tan 30.
I'm asking about cos theta.
Cos theta.
Suppose if you neglect this minus sign, so just tell me theta for which cos theta is plus 1 by 2.
Cos 60 degrees.
Okay. So in this part, we have minus 1 by 2. So how to convert it? So take supplementary of that particular theta. Okay. And for 60 degree, its supplementary would be 120 degree. So theta will be 120 degree. As I defined you in trigonometric part, in second quadrant, cos theta will be negative. Is it clear till this part? How I get theta to be 120 degree? Raza? Mazia, any doubt in this calculation? Okay. Now put these values in this second expression and try to get beta. For any value which is greater than 90 degree, just try to convert it in terms of supplementary part or with respect to 180 degree. So it will be 180 degree minus 60 degree. This first part will define nothing but horizontal line, which says there will be no change in this function. So it will be remain sine 60 degree. And since in second quadrant, sine theta will be positive, so it will be plus sine 60, and which will be equals to root 3 by 2. Similarly, cos of 120 degree will be written in terms of cos 180 degree minus 60 degree. This first part defines you horizontal line on which there will be no change in function. So it will be as it is cos 60 degree. But 120 degree lies in second quadrant and cos theta will be negative in that. So we put negative sign. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So it will become minus 1 by 2. Now put these values in this above expression and try to simplify it. tan beta is equals to b, which is x, sine of 120 degree, which is root 3 by 2, divide by a, which is x, b, which is also x, and cos of 120 degree is minus 1 by 2. So take LCM of this denominator and simplify it. Sham, just take your calculation. We have to calculate beta. So your answer should be in terms of some angle. In numerator, we have root 3 x divided by 2 whole divided by, we may write x as 2x divided by 2x minus x divided by 2. So 2 will be LCM. So you will get root 3 times x. Good, Sham. Divide by 2 whole divided by 2x minus x. So it will be x divided by 2. This 2 and this 2 will cancel out. X and x will cancel out. So we'll get just root 3. So try to find beta, for which tan beta is root 3. So you'll get beta is equals to 60 degree. Afsa, any doubt?
Okay.
Have you all done till this part?
Yes, sir.
Next is how to define a range of resultant. as resultant is equals to a square b square 2ab cos theta root under. So if you put theta is equals to 0 degree, so cos of 0 is maximum as 1. So you will get resultant to be maximum as a plus b. Similarly, if I put theta is equals to 180 degree, so this will become cos of 180 degree minus 1. So if put in this above expression, you will get resultant to be minimum as a minus b. So we can conclude resultant of any two vector would lie from a minus b to a plus b in this particular range. So resultant will lie in between a minus b to a plus b. I'm giving you one example related to this. You may be asked, like, if two vectors are 8 unit and 14 unit, then which of the following will not be resultant? 5, 9, 22, and 25. So you will say resultant of any two vector will lie from minimum value. So it will be difference of the two term. So let's say A is 14 and B is 8. So minimum value of resultant will be 14 minus 8, that will be 6. And maximum value of resultant will be 14 plus 8, that is 22. So your resultant must lie from 6 to 22. So check which of the following is lying in this range and which of the following is beyond this range. Good, Ehtisham. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Mazia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which of these term is beyond this range? So you'll say 5 and 25. So this will not be possible to get resultant of 4, 14 and 8. Just write it down. I'm giving you one more question related to this. If A plus B mod equals to A minus B mod, then find theta. A plus B mod means magnitude of resultant when vector A is added to vector B. So it will be root under A square plus B square, and it will be plus times 2AB cos theta equals to A minus B mod, which means A square plus B square minus of 2AB cos theta. Now, squaring both sides, move each term to one side and try to find theta. Sham, just check your calculation. Move each term to left hand side, you will get A square B square 2AB cos theta, and moving right term to left hand side, it will become minus of A square minus of B square and plus of 2AB cos theta is equals to 0. Now simplify it and try to find theta. A square and B square will cancel out. So you'll get 2AB cos theta, 2AB cos theta. So it will become 4AB cos theta equals to 0. These are some constant term. It can never be 0. So this cos theta might be 0. So just equate it to 0. Then theta will be 90 degree, as cos of 90 degree will be 0. Nabila, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sham, any doubt?
Yes and no, sir. I got the same answer. Cos theta equals 0, but that was cos 0 equals 0. So just got
Okay, okay. So this is all about resultant of any two vector. Next is the resolution of vector. Do you have any doubt in this above topic?
no, sir. It's clear.
Raza?
No, sir.
Okay. So next is resolution, which means splitting of a vector into their component. In our part, we are combining different component of vector together to give resultant. But in this part, we have to split resultant into its respective component. This is called resolution of vector. The splitting of a vector into its component is called resolution. First is two-dimensional resolution. Suppose y-axis, x-axis. There is a vector having length from this point to this point, let's say A. So draw a vertical line and horizontal line. So this will be x component from this point to this point, and this will be y component from this point to this point. Let's say inclination of this A with respect to x-axis is theta. A is length of this vector from this point to this point. Now, for this triangle, we have base as AX, perpendicular as AY, and hypotenuse is AZ. So cos theta equals to base divided by hypotenuse. So AX will be equals to A times cos theta. Similarly, sin theta equals to perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. So AY equals to A times sin theta. So from this, we can conclude if you have a vector A or any resultant term A, so there will be one component adjacent to this theta, just like AX, will be termed as base component or adjacent component. To get this AX, just multiply the resultant part by cos theta. Similarly, there will be another component perpendicular to it or opposite to it, that will be y component. To get y component, multiply resultant by sin theta. So whenever you have to calculate component adjacent to theta, multiply it by cos theta, and a component perpendicular to it, just multiply it by sin theta. So this is how we can split a vector in two-dimensional component or x-axis or y-axis component. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just write it down. Using the above concept, we have to write this in terms of component term. Suppose this is x-axis and this is y-axis. There is a vector having magnitude 10 Newton, which is inclined at 60 degrees with respect to x-axis. So it will have two components. One will be perpendicular to it. So this will be x component from this point to this point. And this will be y component from this point to this point. Using this above result, try to find x component and y component. And in terms of vector, which can be represented or written like magnitude of vector and direction along which. So we have x component along x-axis, so it will be multiplied by I cap. Y component along y-axis, so it will be multiplied by j cap. So first, try to find fx and fy using these two terms and put them in this expression. You will get your answer.
Okay, sir.
Good, Sham. Using above concept, you will say X component will be equals to force or resultant force times cos theta. Resultant force is 10 and theta is 60 degree. Cos of 60 degree is 1 by 2. So you will get 5. Similarly, Y component will be equals to F times sine theta. F is 10. Sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2. So you will get 5 root 3. Now, if you put these two terms in this expression, you will get 5 I cap 5 root 3 j cap as force. Kia, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You all have written?
Yes, sir, done.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, we may split component in different term. Suppose for simple pendulum, there is a support from which a bob attached with a string is hanged and inclined to this. Let's say this inclination is theta. So it must be experiencing a force in vertical downward direction due to gravity. So this will be mg. Now draw this particular line or extend this particular line along its own path like this. This will be termed as transversal. This blue line and this dotted black line will termed as parallel. So this theta and this theta must be equal. So there will be another component perpendicular to it along this direction. So in this, we have mg and we have to split its component into two parts. One is adjacent to this theta. So using above concept, whenever you have to calculate a component adjacent to this theta, just multiply the resultant part by cos theta. So you will get this term as mg cos theta, and opposite component will get multiplied by sine theta. So it will be mg times sine theta. Is it clear how I have defined these two terms?
Yes, sir.
Nabila, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. This is called wedge or triangular wedge. Suppose there is a block on this inclined wedge. having mass m. Inclination of this wedge is theta. We have to calculate component of force experiencing by this block. So there will be a force due to gravity, which must be along vertically downward direction, like this. There will be another force along this path and along this path. So we have to first define theta for this vector. Let's say this is mg. If this is theta, this must be 90 minus theta, as this is 90 degree. So this will be 90 minus theta. Now this angle and this angle would sum up to 90 degree. So if this is 90 minus theta, so this must be theta. Is it clear? So just remove this. Now we have two terms. One is adjacent to this theta and the other is perpendicular to it. So whenever you have to calculate component adjacent to theta, multiply this resultant by cos theta, you will get this part. Similarly, if you have to calculate this perpendicular component, multiply this resultant by sine theta, you will get this perpendicular component. So this is wedge block problem. Hafsa, is it clear? Just write it down. Have you all done till this part?
Yes, sir, done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's stop here. In next class, I will define you a new topic, that is product of two vector. Okay, and then we'll start projectile motion.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so revise till this whole part and try to do more and more problem related to this.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
sure. Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.